Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you this very smoldering but soft smoky eye using all neutral bronze tone colors. And one of the greater things about this video today is that not only is it nighttime wearable and slightly on the glamorous side, it's relatively easy, and I have tried to use as many affordable products as I can. Having said that, I do want to put a little bit of a disclaimer out there. Um, I don't live at home at the moment. I'm living in a hostel. So when I came around this time, when I came back here this time, I did decide to leave a few things back home. And fortunately, unfortunately, I wanted to use those products today, and I did not have them. So whatever higher end products I have used, I will be showing you what I've used, but at the same time I will be telling you alternatives that are significantly cheaper, that will give you almost, if not exactly, the same look that I am wearing right now. Another disclaimer out there, just because I'm using some certain products doesn't mean that you have to use the same. You can use whatever you have. If you have your eye on something that I have not mentioned, or that I don't own, go ahead, experiment. It's makeup, it's supposed to be there for experiment, so you don't have to use the exact same products that I am using. If you have some other, they'll probably work out better. So having said that, let's just get started with today's tutorial. All right.
I'm first taking the e.l.f. Smudge Pot in the shade Back to Basics, and this is going to double up as my base cream shadow as well as my primer. And as you can see, I'm applying it all over my moving eyelid and not taking it above the crease into the brow bone area at all with just my finger. Then I'm using the Maybelline Nudes palette and this medium olivey medium deep brown shade on a flat shader brush, and I'm applying it all over the area where I applied the base. Now at this point, I think I want to mention that the Maybelline Nudes palette is about a 900 rupee palette right now. And if you don't want to invest in this, the Maybelline Diamond Glow Quad comes for about half the price, maybe just a little bit more. And that can give you almost the same look. Next, I'm taking this shade and I'm using this as my transition color, and I'm applying it into the crease and just slightly above it with the with a blender brush. So as I was saying, the Maybelline Diamond Glow Quad in 01 Copper Brown will also give you a very similar look. So if you don't want to invest in this, that is a must-have palette that you can use instead of this one. Next, I'm using this golden shimmery shade. This is a pure yellow based golden color, and I'm applying this to my inner corners. I'm keeping this look extremely warm because warmer looks, in my opinion, end up being a lot softer than cooler toned looks, and that's the one that I'm going for today. My kajal today is the L18 kajal, and going to use this to tightline my upper and lower lash lines. And then, as you'll see in just about a second, I'm applying it just above the lash line very roughly and smudging it out with the pencil brush. I did dip this pencil brush in a little bit of black eyeshadow in order to help this blending process to make the whole eye look um, a lot more smoky. And on my lower lash line, I use the deepest brown shade in the same palette, in the Maybelline Nudes palette, to blend on the lower lash line. Then I'm connecting both of them on the corners and extending it on the sides, and repeating the process on the other eye. So let me just say it again. I applied it very roughly but relatively close to the lash line, and then blended it away with a little bit of black eyeshadow on the upper lash line, and on the lower lash line I blended it with a little bit of brown eyeshadow. Then I went back in with the medium olivey deep brown color and reapplied it wherever I lost it, and using the same goldeny shade that I used for my highlight, I took it on my finger and I'm applying it to the very center of my eye look to make my eyes look a little bit larger than they are. Then I'm using this shade. This is a very beautiful highlight shade, and this is going to be my brow bone highlight today. Very often I have used this shade as my face highlight as well. My primer today is the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer, and I realized that e.l.f. products are not available in India, but especially in the primer department, India is extremely lacking. The only primers available in India are prohibitively expensive, so I had to use this one. But I have heard that the Nivea aftershave balm for men in the sensitive version is a great primer. Next, I'm using the Fit Me concealer, and it's absolutely stunning. I absolutely love this concealer. It's affordable and it does the job absolutely beautifully. It has very fast become my favorite concealer. And my foundation today is the Pond's BB cream. I realized that this foundation comes in only one shade. This BB cream comes in only one shade, and it is not acceptable for deeper skin tones. But there are lots of affordable foundations out there that you can choose from. You don't have to use the exact same products that I'm using. As you can see, I'm blending this product. This is my product of choice today, and it suits me very well and lasts well on me. So I'm using this. I'm blending it away with my um, not elf, Real Techniques expert face brush, pardon me. And of course, blending it down the neck is very important, so that there is no, mask line on your jawline. I went back in with my favorite concealer. Did I mention I have it in the shade 20 Sand Sable? And I'm applying it to spot conceal wherever. I did try to blend away this concealer then with the same brush, but it didn't give me very good results, so I ditched that and I started using my fingers, which is, in my opinion, the best way with this concealer. Even under the eyes and everywhere, fingers are the way to go with this particular concealer. Then I'm using the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. Um, and this I'm using to set my entire face before I get in with other powder products, in order to have them sit a little bit better on my skin. But at this point, again, I feel it's important to mention there are a lot of really great foundation, no, not foundation, compact powders and loose powders available in India. I love the Maybelline Dream Matte powder. It's absolutely stunning. You can go for that. I didn't have that one available at hand. And also, the Maybelline Dream Satin is amazing. The Fit Me is supposed to be great, so you can go for any one of those. My bronzer today is the Bahama Mama bronzer, which again, by no means is an affordable product. It is really expensive, especially if you want to buy it here in India. So an alternative would be the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Duo in the shade Saint Lucia. I absolutely love that. It's really beautiful. So you can of course use that, and it'll give you the exact same effect, because it is also a very nice cool toned matte bronze shade. If you have any matte bronzer, that will do the trick. Any matte bronzer will do the trick for contouring. Then again, contouring is, it's not your piece of cake, then you can just let it go. Piece of cake, cup of tea, I don't know. Anyway, I love contouring my nose. Did I mention that in a past video? I have really taken to contouring my nose, and it is all I can do to stop myself from doing it on an everyday basis. Highlighter. My highlighter today is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. But alternatively, you can use this very beautiful shade, as I mentioned before, from the Nudes palette. And I'm just using a fluffy blush brush from Claire's to apply to the high points of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, forehead, cupid's bow, chin, the usual places you guys know already. So as I said, this is a really crucial step for me. Next comes blush, and I'm using the Dream Touch blush. This is a cream blush. I have it in the shade number 4, by the way. This is a cream blush, and typically you shouldn't be applying it on top of powder, but this is the only one. And this is such a light shade that it doesn't pop up. It doesn't pop out if I apply powder on top of it. So that is why I'm doing it this way. Time for a little bit of mascara, and my mascara of choice today is the Maybelline Hyper Curl mascara. It's very affordable. I think it's under the 300 mark, I'm not sure, and it really does lift your eyelashes up. And after a while, initially it's a very wet formula, but now that I've had it for a while, it has dried down to a very manageable consistency. I love it. It's the perfect blend between natural and boom. Anyway, my lipstick is the Streetwear Color Rich lipstick, and this is the one that I specially asked somebody to bring over for me. This is in the shade Puzzle Me Pink. Initially it was at home, but I just couldn't live without it. It was my absolute favorite makeup of the year in 2015, and for good reason. As you can tell, it's such a pretty pink color, and I love it. With that, my look is finished.
And guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I also hope that you will forgive me for not using all affordable products, and that if you have enjoyed this, you will be able to recreate this with either whatever you have or with the affordable alternatives that I have mentioned. So I really hope that you found this video useful and that you enjoyed watching it, and that I really hope that you will recreate it. If you do, please send me a selfie. I will have my social media, including my email address, linked in the description box. So don't forget to check that out. And comment if you liked it, comment if you didn't like it, comment if you have some suggestions for improvement, or maybe a nice little compliment for me. I love compliments. I love hearing your feedback, good, bad, or ugly. So don't forget to do that, and hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see, just hit that subscribe button, because I will be coming out with more. And I think I mentioned in a previous video that I'll be trying to come up with 2 videos a week, and I have decided on 2 days that I find comfortable. They are Wednesdays and Saturdays, so expect a video from me on those days. And yeah, subscribe, and like, share, comment, and I will see you next time. Bye.